Hello everybody. So I want to talk about a few things about the driving test, the stress, the nerves. What sort of things can I do to kind of give you a couple of ideas to help you? Because in the UK, the waiting times for a driving test on average is about 5 months from booking it to taking it. And I know that because the area that I teach in Milton Keynes, is silly. I mean, I booked one this morning and it was August and we're in March now, so it's 5 months away. So it's silly times, and that's putting you under pressure. And I know that because when I'm speaking to my students who've got the test coming up, I say to them, "How are you feeling?" "Well, I'm feeling okay, but if I fail, I've got months to wait." And there'll be a few people who say, "Oh, yeah, use the app, use the app, use the app." And I've had students who use the apps and they get no joy, and they've tried all sorts. I won't name the apps because there's a few out there, and some are working, some are not working. The DVSA are trying to get rid of some of these things that are doing a bit naughty with the blocking up all the tests for everyone. So the DVSA are trying to sort it out, but they're taking the time sorting things out because it's still 5 months, which is crazy. So when you know you got your test coming up and you're thinking, if I fail, I've got 5 months to wait, or if I'm lucky, 3 months if I manage to get a cancellation, that pressure straight away you don't need. And that is a little bit of pressure. And if someone's already nervous because the nerves affect them, then that will make a big difference straight away. So the back of the mind, they're thinking, if I made a mistake, I'm going to fail. I'm going to have to wait months. That's what they're thinking. So you've got to try and block it out and just focus on what I want to do on that day. Keep driving to the standard I've been driving, and I'll be fine. Try and ignore the fact that it might be months away. Okay? And another one is you're leading up to your driving test. Everything's going fine. Driving lessons going fine. You've had a few mock tests there going fine. A week before your test, bam, you do the worst lesson ever for the last 5 months. And you're thinking, what the going on? Kind of thing. What's going on here? I'm taking risks. I'm stalling. I'm pulling off in the wrong gear. I'm not checking my blind spot when I'm moving off. And it's nerves. And it's the fact that you're thinking about the driving test a week later or 2 weeks later or next month, you're thinking it's coming up, and the pressure is making you take silly risks, and you've got to take a step back and say, I know how to drive. My instructor is telling me I'm fine. My parents are telling me I'm fine. And you've got to do that. You've got to say, well, just do what I normally do. Make sure I'm in first gear, make sure it's safe, and go. Simple as that. If it's not safe, don't go. If it's a 50-50 meeting situations, don't take that risk. Slow down, let the other car go. Don't take silly risks. And then you've got your driving test day. Now, everyone is different when it comes to the driving test, how they handle things. So you've got the waiting room, which is one pressure on its own, little pressure boiler thing going on there. So you could be getting there and sat in the waiting room for 3 or 4 minutes before the examiner comes out and calls you out. And that waiting gets you feeling jangly. Your nerves are starting to jingle. You've got butterflies, or you're starting to tap your legs because they're getting a bit nervous. You've got to stay focused. All right, you've got to say to yourself, I can do this. Take some deep breaths, some slow deep breaths 4 times, and just try and do things slowly while you're waiting. And remember, when the test starts, that's when it starts, not in the waiting room. All right, so save your energy for the driving test. Don't burn it all up in the test centre itself, in the actual waiting room. And a couple of things on the driving test: the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes. You've got to remember the first 5 minutes then, quite critical, because when you sit in that driving test car with your instructor, with your examiner, then you're going to feel a bit nervous again because they're going to be talking to you. It's a bit of a stranger. And if it's your second test, you might have actually met the examiner the first time. So you might be lucky enough to have the same examiner. So just keep reminding yourself, when they say to you, well, when you're ready, off you go when you're ready. At that point, it starts. So you've got to be ready for it. You've got to stay focused. Otherwise, you're going to be in a little bit of a cloud cuckoo land for the first few minutes where you're not concentrating. You're thinking, right, off you go. And then you're stalling, or you're not looking round. Or you come to the first junction and you've got like blinkers on and you're not looking, you're just saying, it looks clear in front of me, I'm off. So you've got to stay focused and remember, right, do the basic stuff. When I approach things, check my mirrors, signal if I need to, if I'm going left or right. get my speed down, select my gears, all the things you already need to know. Just keep reminding yourself, talk to yourself to get yourself through that driving test. After 5 minutes, you'll settle back down. The nerves will start to disappear because you're focusing then and you're driving. But in the first 5 minutes, the nerves make you do silly things. If you find yourself, everything's going fine, then fantastic. But you've got to stay focused. Because the amount of people over the years I spoke to, and oh yeah, everything's going fine. And then I went around the corner and got caught out. Well, could you see around the corner? No, well, slow down then. That's the answer, isn't it? So remember what you normally do. If I'm going left or right and I can't see, slow myself down, have a good check in that road, that side road, make sure it's safe to enter. If I can't see, slow down more. If I come to a junction, I'm emerging, if I can't see, slow down and check both ways. Make sure it's safe. If it's parked cars, all the stuff you know how to do. If it's parked cars there, stop and look. Make sure it's safe. See? And you'll be fine, because when you start to do things correctly, it'll give you that confidence. Oh, everything's going fine. But stay focused. Keep an eye on my speeds. All these sort of things you're doing. Don't kind of get distracted by, oh, everything's going fine now. Everything's going fine. Before you know it, bam, you made a mistake because you're not concentrating. So if you're driving down a road and you find yourself nothing to do because it's a nice straight road and you're cruising along at 30 miles an hour, then don't switch off. Give your brain things to do. Right, check my mirrors, check my speed, check out and gear them in. Look at the road, check my speed. Look at the road, check my mirrors. So you're constantly doing things and you're keeping on your speed, keeping on what's ahead of you. Because otherwise, you'll be driving along the road and next thing you know is the examiner says to you, slow down please, you're going too fast. And then before you know it, you've been doing 35 miles an hour in a 30 zone because it's completely clear and you switched off. So stay focused. Don't let the nerves affect you. Keep doing things. And if things are going fine, and you're thinking, everything's going fine, I'm staying focused, I recognise, all the time I've been out for 30 minutes. I'm heading back to the test centre area. Quite critical. The last 5 or 10 minutes of your driving test, you cannot make a stupid mistake. If you're coming to a meeting situation where it's a 50-50, and you've got two parked cars either side of the road and a car coming towards you, check your mirrors, slow yourself down, be that wise one and slow down, let the other car get out of the way. Don't think I'm going to put my foot down and make that. That's a risk you don't need to take. All right? And nerves will make you do silly things, and you've got to rein that back in and say, no, get them nerves back in. Keep things concentrated. Otherwise, I'm going to make a stupid mistake. Now, what I have come across is lots of people who say to me at the end, oh, everything's going fine. And I just made a stupid mistake at the end. Or in the manoeuvre. I was doing fine, and then comes the manoeuvre, and the manoeuvre made me get nervous. Well, the manoeuvres are all straightforward, aren't they? If you can't do all your manoeuvres, then you put yourself under pressure straight away. So make sure your manoeuvres are fine. Okay? Good luck on the driving test. I hope it's helping this. If it does, thumbs up. Take care and safe driving.